God Valley really is cinema. You can't make this up. How does stuff happen each and every chapter where it literally breaks the story from the previous week? This is One Piece chapter 1163. It is titled Promises, and it is a cover page request of Luffy parkouring around the town with a pack of Japanese macacus, which that's just a specific type of monkey. It's really good seeing these type of cover pages, I won't lie. I was tired of seeing Yamato's pilgrimage, but with that out of the way, let's get into this chapter's breakdown. In the last chapter, we know that Emu ended up taking over Saturn's body, similar to what happened to Gunko at Elbaph, and there are several individuals that are raring to fight against Emu, including Roger, Garp, Xebec, Kaido, and Whitebeard. In this chapter, it picks up with that, but we kind of go a little bit back in time right before Emu transformed. There are several Marines that are astonished by the form that Saturn is currently in. The Gorosei, they're bad, right? We know what it is, but Emu, if the Gorosei are bad, Emu is 10 times worse, because off rip, without any rhyme or reason, just starts attacking the Marines. And I know that there needs to be a certain rank within the Marines for you to see the Gorosei's transformations. I mean, we've seen that on Egghead, but in this instance, Emu just refers to them as nuisances and just, I don't know, I personally think Emu just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and was like, nah, I'm gonna just take them out. But you know, if Emu's attacking the Marines, then the pirates that are on the island, they're cooked. So Emu's just attacking any and everyone that they see. We got to see different reactions to some very important characters of the hell that has taken place. Roger tells Gabon, since Rayleigh's a little bit busy, you know, he's carrying Shaki, he tells Gabon like, hey, it's your job to get the treasure and get the crew out of here. I'ma handle this. And then on the flip side, Garp is all like, hey, what the fluff is this monster doing here? And when he was told that this was Saturn, he was like, oh, it's fitting of these maggots to look like this. Y'all already know Garp has beef with the Five Elders. And then lastly, Xebec. We already know that he met up with Emu in the flower room, declared that he'd return there in order to face them. Well, it's a little bit premature, and it may not necessarily be the flower room per se, but we're getting Emu versus Xebec right here at God Valley. Emu goes in and tries to attack Xebec, especially because, well, he got beef with him, and also he's a part of the Davy clan, so he's trying to get rid of him. And then Xebec goes in, dodges the attack, cuts off the leg of tentacle, whatever you want to call it, which is cool, I guess. I kind of stopped getting hyped seeing this type of stuff, or these exchanges that happen and damage that occurs to the Gorosei and Emu, because, well, they can regenerate. So it's kind of just like, okay, it's cool, but also it's like, meh, because we know the attack really didn't do any damage. And whenever it gets animated, I'll probably be hyped. I probably think that it's going to be cool, but, well, since nothing really happened, I mean, it's kind of no point in really getting hyped for it. I do think it's funny. Garp, he is raring to go. He is ready to provide backup. Now, with this grin, who is he going to provide backup for? Is it going to be for Emu, or is it going to be for Xebec? But if you guys have made it this far into the video and you're enjoying the content, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. I pump out different One Piece content almost each and every day. The main objective is over. Shaki, she has been safe, so now everyone is trying to run away with either devil fruits or treasure. We know Dragon is still looking somewhere safe to bring Shanks, and then all of a sudden he gets tossed up in the air. He's like, what the fluff is going on? And it's not just him. There's different treasure, different weapons. They're up in the air and they're headed towards a specific direction. And the direction that these items are headed, well, that would be towards Captain John. A few chapters ago, we noticed that Captain John, he had what appeared to be a metal arm, which we speculated that he previously had his devil fruit, and sure enough, he does. Now, there are a few takeaways from this. Number one, I think it is a little bit lazy that Oda is making Captain John do the same thing as Kid. I'm not talking about the magnetism aspect. I mean, There's nothing you can really change about that. But you mean to tell me a metal arm? Oh, we could have been more creative than that. I will say though, the scale at which he's using this magnetism, at least to me, it looks way bigger than anything we've seen Kid do. And well, Captain John, he has aura with this fruit. And Kid, I am a Kid defender. I have been defending that man ever since day one. And I'm not necessarily going to say that this feat is more impressive, because we've seen Kid showcase his awakening against Big Mom, being able to assign magnetic properties to things that aren't even magnets, and that's pretty cool. He displayed some stuff against Big Mom, but just in terms of just purely using the Devil Fruit without an awakening, Captain John has done it better. I'm just saying. Now, the reason why Captain John is trying to take this treasure for himself, plain and simple, he's a pirate, number one, and number two, the amount of value these treasure had. It is stated that one treasure chest is worth $1 billion. So yeah, I'll probably try to steal a couple too, I ain't gonna cap. But then out of nowhere, Genzui, he ends up firing something towards Captain John. It created an explosion. And this, at least to me, I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but to me, it looks like he flicked a booger towards him, which would be Mr. Five's Devil Fruit. So I love that we're seeing the previous users back in the day of some of the current Devil Fruits. We cut back to Emu and Xebec. They are still going at it, and there are some others that are headed in that direction, like Kaido, Garp, Roger, and shoot, even Big Mom. She's after Kaido, but well, Kaido's currently trying to deal with Emu, so well, that's how Big Mom got in the fold, and everyone got a named attack in. There's Roger with his Divine Departure, Garp with his Galaxy Impact, Xebec with Pandemonium, Whitebeard, Chalk Hakua, Big Mom and Koku's Sovereignty, and Kaido, well, I guess technically it would be his Blast Breath, but he just said Dragon because it was the first time that he's used this form and he doesn't really have a name for it yet. But regardless, all these strong individuals had a combined attack, sorta, or got at least a named attack in against Emu. Strongest combined attack in the series, hands down. And this scene was hype, don't get me wrong. The Sinister Six, all of these top tiers in one place, we rarely see that. There are two individuals that I wish were here. I wish that Shiki and Rayleigh were here. I feel like it would have been dope to see them attack because they're on that level as well, but we know they're a little bit busy with Rayleigh and Shaki, and then Shiki, well, he's after the treasure. The scary thing about this is, as I mentioned, one of the strongest combined attacks in the series, and well, I don't want to say it looked like Emu tanked the attack, but Emu certainly doesn't look like they took that much damage, because out of nowhere after this attack started unleashing conquerors, started knocking out different people on the island. And speaking of Rayleigh, with all the chaos that's happening, there's the treasure that's on the ground. He told the other people to reclaim it because, well, he's currently got a woman in his arms, and he's like, hey, a pirate knows their priority. With the Conqueror's Hockey, and on top of that, Captain John's Devil Fruit, it caused Dragon to fly everywhere, hit the ground, and he believes he's still holding Shanks, but he's actually not. A substitution jutsu happened, and somehow he's holding along, where baby Shanks is crawling towards a treasure chest, and we can probably conclude this is how Shanks accidentally trapped himself in the chest that got onto Roger's ship. Seeing that treasure caught Shanks' attention, we always knew that he was going to be a pirate because, like Rayleigh said, pirates know their priorities. Back to Emu, apparently they were tracking Teach and Eris the entire time, which triggered Xebec into attacking them. And then all of a sudden, Emu had Xebec in his grasp. Now, something that is really scary, Emu said, hey, I'm not gonna be the one to attack your family. No, it'll be you. And then Emu starts the Domi Reversi process, and it looks like, well, Xebec's gonna be doing Emu's bidding, which would sort of make sense as to what Sengoku said. The reason why Garp and Roger, they had to team up to protect the slaves because, well, Eris and Teach, they were slaves. Also, we know the Domi Reversi, it boosts an individual strength, and well, Xebec, personally, I think he was the strongest character up to this point, but he didn't need both Roger and Garp to fight him in his normal state. No, right? They were roughly around his level, but with the Domi Reversi, oh yeah, boosts his strength a lot, and so it makes sense as to why the two of them teamed up. Now, amongst the community, I've seen a lot of mixed feelings about the way that Xebec is currently going well, potentially going out. And I know that that was people's initial reactions. Give them some grace to actually process everything, sit on it, and shoot, wait till some of the other chapters in the future get released. All I can say about me personally, if this is the direction that we're headed, it'll be a kind of poopy end to a dope character. I'm not necessarily saying it's Xebec's fault. I know that he's fighting for his family, and it doesn't make me dislike his character. It's nothing that he did himself. But it is kind of tough seeing someone so strong going out this way, and I guess you can make the argument, hey, that he's losing to the king of the world, and it's not just some random NPC. He's losing to the final antagonist of the series. I don't know, I might need to sit on it, see the direction that Oda's gonna go in the next chapters, but this just makes the Domi Reversi really freaking broken. Like, how can it be conquered? I know the translation of Domi Reversi, something along the lines of returning home or to be at home, something like that. So maybe Emu can only use it in someone's homeland. We know that God Valley is Xebec's homeland, and then the giants of Elbaph, well, Elbaph their homeland. So maybe that's the catalyst for it. I don't know, but we need some answers to how the heck you counter the Domi Reversi. But yeah, that's it for chapter 1163. Really good chapter. As I mentioned, each and every chapter, God Valley gets crazier. This flashback gets crazier. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok is on the screen and in the description below. And don't forget to unleash your potential.